Well, howdy, I'm John Mark Dempsey, and here with us is Dr. Deana Steeber, Superintendent of Sulphur Springs Schools. And we sit down with Deana for a second cup of coffee conversation every so often. We're going to talk about changes in the STAAR test, which have now taken effect, and we'll be dealing with those as we go through the school year. We haven't talked, though, since Sherry Sinclair passed away, who was the principal at the Douglas Early Childhood School. And this I didn't know much about it at the time, but this, and not to go into detail of it, but this came as a terrible shock.
Oh, it certainly did, and it was an incredible loss for our, for the Douglas campus, for our school family, for the community, and of course her family. But yes, it was very unexpected, and she had been with the district for 27 years, and all of that time in early childhood, Head Start, and she was just, she was just such a big part of that campus.
Mm-hmm. And she worked her way up from being a teacher?
She did. She started, she had 30 years of experience altogether, so, but 27 here in Sulphur Springs. And she, started as a teacher and worked her way up to principal.
Mm-hmm. And so you're still working out who will take her place, or even on an interim basis?
Yes, we're working through that process, but the campus is, very self-sufficient, and right now, her assistant, which we call an academic specialist, is Amanda Reidner, and she's been doing just a phenomenal job of just leading the staff in Sherry's absence.
Right. Well, I know it came as a shock and a terrible shock to everyone in Sulphur Springs,
yes,
but especially within the school district. All right, let's talk about the STAAR test changes. This took effect. Of course, we heard a lot about it during this past legislative session last year or earlier this year, but it took effect December 4th, so 3 shorter tests instead of one big test at the end of the year.
Yes, that is correct. It's supposed to roll it out. They're supposed to roll it out the 27-28 school year. The 26-27 school year. So this year, it won't. The law went into effect, the test won't change this year, but it will next year.
So there still will be, this school year, there will be one STAAR test, and that takes place at the end of the year, sometime in May. So I showed you a story from one of the Tyler television stations talking with some of the Tyler folks, and by and large, they seem to have a fairly positive viewpoint of it. One thing that one of the administrators said that they thought was good, parents and I guess students will get results more quickly. Mm-hmm. And I take that the value of that is that you can then see what you're doing well or see what you're not doing well, and then make adjustments in mid school year.
Yes, and no system is perfect. You hear kind of positives and negatives about the new system that's coming in, but yes, one of the positives is definitely the quicker, quicker results. Some negatives are now, and even though it's 3 shorter tests, it's still 3 testing days versus 1 testing day. So now students are going to spend, even though it's a shorter test, they're going to spend more time, more days, I guess, out of class testing. So
one of the administrators said, "Well, that's more stress. That's 3 times they have to get ready for a test instead of 1 time." But and whether you can successfully communicate to the kids, well, each one doesn't count as much as one did before. So maybe
right.
But still, I can see that it might create a bit more anxiety 3 times rather than 1 time.
Yes.
One thing in that article I did not understand, so one of the people quoted said that the STAAR test is being pushed into May. So I thought it happened in May anyway. So that was confusing.
Some of them do. A lot of them do. April, May. Some of the tests were a little earlier than that, so it will push that 3rd test. It should ensure that all of them are in May.
And then, so the point he was making, that there's an extra 2 months, is what he said, to prepare for the test that will be given in May.
I would have to kind of look at what exactly he was speaking
Well,
to.
and that's their situation. It may not be your situation. So that may not be a relevant point anyway. So it will not come into effect, these changes, until next school year.
Right, yes.
I see. So there will be in the 26th, then 27 school year.
Correct,
So then
yes.
there would be 3 separate
Yes,
tests. You
per,
would
per subject.
still be testing mostly the same areas, the same sorts of things?
For the most part, they did eliminate the English 2 end of course at high school. So now there's 4 end of course tests that they have to pass instead of 5. But there's 3
Within
3
English?
tests. Oh, no, I'm sorry, 4 total. At
Subject
high school,
areas?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
4 total
I see.
instead of 5.
I see. So, well, I think we've been wanting change, or most people
Sure.
have been wanting change, and as you say, nothing's going to be perfect. But
Right, absolutely.
So this will it will be different, and we'll see how it plays out.
Yes.
Starting next year.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. We will have kids ready, and we'll be ready to go.
All right. Deana Steeber, Dr. Deana Steeber is Superintendent of Sulphur Springs ISD, and I'm John Mark Dempsey. This is KSST.